It's the final day of the 45th season of World Team Tennis. Every match has taken place here at the beautiful Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Center court at Creekside, and the action today begins with San Diego Aviators taking on the Chicago Smash. The Smash are obviously a playoff team. They have been red hot, and for the San Diego Aviators, this will wrap up their 2020 season as players go home tomorrow. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Olivia Decker. Glad to have you with us. Now, the 4 playoff teams have been selected. That was decided last night, but the seeding is still in question. Let's take a look at today's schedule, as that will have some results that matter for this number 2 and 3 spot in the playoff. Following this match, we have the Springfield Lasers taking on the Orange County Breakers. That's at noon. But Orlando has to take on Washington. That's at 4, and they're looking to get their seeding in the playoff. They are one of the 4 teams locked in. Then the Philadelphia Freedoms, that's number 1 team. They take on the New York Empire, the number 4 team, who again will see each other in just 2 days. You can see there, they play Saturday at 2. That's the first of the 2 playoff games. We have a nightcap, Chicago and Orlando. They will definitely be playing each other. Not sure who's number 2 and who's number 3. Still fighting for that home court advantage where you get to slot your own lineup. Now, first up today, we have men's doubles and men's singles. Both were tie-break losses yesterday for Chicago. So for more on Chicago and San Diego, let's get you up to Leif Shiras and Jan Michael Gamble. Hey, Leif.
Hello, Olivia, and yes, welcome in everyone to the Greenbrier. 2 teams going in very different directions in the 2020 season. The Chicago Smash finding ways to win, putting themselves at the very top of the standings. And for the San Diego Aviators at 3-10, struggling to find ways to win. And Jan Mike, well, I mean, the Aviators is a tough season, but really a part of their story is going to be the difficult, close losses they have had. Yeah, they've had quite a few close losses. The Aviators had a good team. On paper, they looked fantastic. But you see some of these early close losses there, a couple of those, just a game or 2 that really kind of make the difference and could have put them in contention for maybe getting into the playoffs. They had a good team. Ryan Harrison's played some good tennis. They made some trades. They still have a pretty good team. Hopefully next year they'll come through and maybe get a little bit further. Yeah, on the other side of the net, the Chicago Smash, boy, they have a lineup that is absolutely loaded. But a real surprise for them has been the player Brandon Nakashima, the 18-year-old, who in his rookie year has really made some big contributions. He had a super tiebreak win over Jack Sock earlier this year. Yesterday, he played Taylor Fritz in the Philadelphia Freedoms in a super tiebreak. He had 3 match points at 6-4. Yeah, exactly. This guy is one of the up-and-coming young Americans that we have for the U.S. He's a fantastic player. It's a little bit less of a surprise for me because I've been seeing him play quite a bit of good tennis as of late. He's been practicing hard, working with Pat Cash. A lot of good things coming from him, and he can play some tennis. The guy doesn't get nervous, but tough one there yesterday. Yeah, Taylor Fritz at 6-4 getting the net cord that went his way, and then Nakashima missing a couple forehands. But this is a young player who's accumulated so much experience. He's got a nice record in singles. Jan Mike, look at the wins he's had and how many close losses he's had. He's contributing this year for sure. Absolutely. This should make him feel fantastic. He's had these good wins against these great American players there and shown himself that he can be a top player at least for 5 games. Can he do it for longer? I think so. I think he's going to be a top 100 player, and who knows from there. Yeah, he's planted some wonderful seeds here in World Team Tennis. Rookie year for Nakashima. He'll be a part of the opening match, the doubles. He's alongside Rajiv Ram, taking on Johnny O'Mara and Ryan Harrison. We've got this one for you, the Aviators and the Smash to kick it off.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car insurance? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use promo code WTT to play free for thousands of dollars in prizes this season.
Well, the beautiful Greenbrier Resort has been our magnificent host for this 2020 season, the 45th in the history of World Team Tennis. The San Diego Aviators and the Chicago Smash teeing it up first on day 19 here. Look at our Wilson lineups, the order of play. Men's doubles first, then men's singles, mixed doubles, women's singles, and closing it down with Mattek-Sands and Bouchard, one of the best women's doubles teams, going up against Mikhail and Peshke. So a nice order of play, including Nakashima taking on Ryan Harrison. Battle of Americans. Here's Nakashima alongside Rajiv Ram.
Yeah, looking forward to this one for sure.
Yeah, Nakashima, San Diego native. On the ATP ranks, he's outside the top 200, but sometimes those numbers can be misleading. Great return. Harrison setting up O'Mara in the net beautifully.
The Nakashima serve, he hits his spots extremely well. If he doesn't hit them perfectly, though, there's not as much on that serve as some other guys on tour. Harrison got a hold of that one. Ram makes easy work with that volley.
Yeah, Ram is the veteran on the Chicago men's side. Just coming off his Australian Open title down in Melbourne this year alongside Joe Salisbury, the Brit. Let court in play. Harrison got it back. Ram again finishing at the net.
Nakashima, 4 straight first serves. Again, not as big as some of the other guys on tour, but he makes so many. It's one of the things that makes him so effective in his matches. He's predictably good often. Oh, it's an amazing little angle from Nakashima to finish that game off.
Wow, that was an impressive opening game. A lot of first serves, and he even had a little smile there. Nice to see Brandon emoting. Sets to 5 games, 9-point tiebreaker at 4 games all. The home team selects the order of play. Chicago is the home team, so they kick off with the men's doubles. And remember, lets are in play. We've got no ad scoring. Every game counts to the total match score. And Jen, Mike, if you're not having a good day, coach can substitute you.
Absolutely, coach can throw in another player, and these benches have been really deep this year. We've got a lot of good players sitting out there ready to go in.
I think that's
so you better play well.
Yeah, it's one of the features this year has been the depth of all these teams. Yes, you look at San Diego's record, 3-10, but they've been competitive in almost all of their losses. So I think that's a reflection of just how strong it's been this year.
Absolutely. I mean, you see Ryan Harrison out here. He competes every single time he steps foot on the court. They have been in a lot of these matches coming up short, but always putting every bit they can in there.
Yeah, Harrison was out of Austin, Texas. Of course, has moved to Atlanta, Georgia. He and wife Lauren have set up shop in that fabulous city. Lots of tennis in Atlanta, so it's a nice base of operations here if you're a touring pro. Of course, Lauren's sister, Christina, she'll feature in the women's singles.
That's a nice return there for Brandon Nakashima. That backhand is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, casual brilliance. I mean, that's just such a good return.
Nakashima just knocking that lob long. A couple of game points here for the Aviators.
Yeah, Nakashima's talked about how he likes Novak Djokovic's game.
It's weird.
Not a bad guy to model your game after.
Yeah, it's a decent guy to model your game after.
I mean, one thing that's
I like his game too.
One thing that's been distinctive is how well he returns serve. We saw the backhand. There's the forehand. This guy's got timing and strength.
Absolutely. His return to serve is one of his major assets, Brandon Nakashima. And he does, to me, in this match here, I know there's not implications as far as playoffs in this one, but looks looser out there than I've seen him in the past. So, playing team tennis might be a really good thing for Brandon Nakashima to kind of get some of that early, I don't know, tour nerves and kind of feel more used to the being around situations like this pretty quickly. Good move for him to play here.
San Diego Aviators head coach is John Lloyd. He's won a World Team Tennis King Trophy as a player. Was back with the LA Strings many years ago. Coached the Aviators to the title in 2016. So, nice distinction for John Lloyd.
Good speed
nice
there,
move.
Harrison.
15.
There's Kamau Murray, first-year coach for the first-year team. Kamau did some great things in Chicago and did some great things with this team. Got the XS tennis program in Chicago.
Kamau also works with Sloane Stevens, has for quite a long time. And a nice working relationship together. One of the friendliest guys out there. Rarely do you see him not smiling. Here's Sloane herself.
Yeah, she'll feature in the women's singles. That'll be the 4th event up against Christina McHale.
Again? Yeah. No. Yeah. 15-30.
Nice return there from Johnny O'Mara.
And in doubles, it's difficult to find openings up at the net. Sometimes you have to test the volleys. Instead of going to the space, you go at the man.
Absolutely. The return right at your opponent. The net guy, often a good play. That's good stuff there from Harrison. Easily blocked away from O'Mara. Little opportunity here for the Aviators to get up a break early.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago is taking a head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago head coach Kamau Murray is
Yeah, the conditions here at the Greenbrier were at 1,800 feet of altitude, so the ball does move. I mean, players have been rewarded for going after their shots, being aggressive. I think it's made for a high quality of play, very entertaining tennis. Rom facing break points.
That's good stuff there from the Aviators to get the break consolidated there.
San Diego leads 2-1.
Yeah, so much movement in sort of modern doubles. Constantly changing sides, positions, signals.
Absolutely. You're looking for your partner to hit a good return just like that one. Net guy comes across, takes away that middle ball.
Yeah, there was a time when John Newcomb and Tony Roach would play doubles, and they'd say, you take care of your half of the court, mate. I'll take care of my half. There wasn't as much movement going on. Yeah, very different way to approach the game. Now with the players as strong and as quick as they are, they can cover those spaces.
Yeah, modern doubles is a bit of a free for all. If you can get your racket on the ball, you should be doing that if the guy who's in front.
25-year-old Scott. Yeah, the Aviators have come to play. They look very strong. And that's a testament to all of the players, but certainly to John Lloyd. He doesn't want to come out here and finish on a whimper. He wants to go out strong. Coach Lloyd in the background there. Teammate of mine on the LA Strings. Jeannie Buss was our president.
I kind of like that name, LA Strings. Mark just missing on that volley there. Nice little play for him. There's something to be said, Leaf, about playing, you know, free of they're loose, the Aviators right now. Not a lot on the line, so you can just go out there and play tennis.
Well hit, but a little wide. So the Aviators have come out of the blocks impressively. In the men's doubles, O'Mara and Harrison have a 3-1 lead. Well, back at this beautiful spot in the Allegheny Mountains, the Greenbrier. It's been around since 1778 as a destination. They used to come here to take the waters. Not sure what they take now, but it's served all across this wonderful facility. 11,000 acres, 710 guest rooms, indoor and outdoor activities. Lots of presidents have stayed here, including Dwight D. Eisenhower. He was responsible, I think, for the bunker that's below ground.
Yeah, that bunker's pretty impressive. We checked it out a couple days ago. Lots to see here. This place is unbelievable.
And how about this? You can take a little course on falconry. There's Nina Pantic of our team, taking one for the team. And there's Bethany Mattek-Sands. I mean, beautiful pictures of a beautiful animal. And Bethany Mattek-Sands said, that's something I want to get into.
That would not surprise me. She'd probably be great at that as well. Did not look at all afraid there.
And Nina?
Nina was good sport.
All right, here's Nakashima serving at 1-3. Yeah, Nakashima had his first ATP World Tour quarterfinal. That was in Delray Beach early this year, obviously ahead of the break. Maybe Yuri Vesely is an established Czech player. Cam Norrie, kind of an established Brit.
Yeah, those are a couple of good wins for him, for sure. That's a good step forward. He's had some good tennis this year. Before everything grind to a halt.
Yeah, and right before the break, he was semifinalist at that Indian Wells Challenger. Lost to Jack Sock.
It's a nice volley there from Nakashima.
I think Nakashima has beaten Jack Sock a couple of times here. I mentioned at the top of the show he won a a final set against Jack Sock to force a super tiebreaker and then beat Jack in the super tiebreak, one of Chicago's wins. And that's how you find ways to win in World Team Tennis, everyone making a contribution.
Absolutely, and Nakashima has the perfect type of game for this format with just the 5 games, because he makes so many balls, makes so many first serves, puts so many returns back in play. It's a tough kind of player to come up against, where 2 out of 3 sets, players that miss a few more balls can have a little more room for wiggle room to find their game. Team tennis can be brutal if you don't put it out there quickly and stay consistent.
Yeah, that ball looked like O'Mara had a play on it, opted to let it go. Was well in. This guy's returns. It's a good serve.
Just such a simple swing right there from Nakashima. Good shoulder turn. So easy for him to direct the ball wherever he wants. Smash. 4 break points here to get back on track in this first set. Nice little jammer there from Ryan Harrison. Likes to go for those big second serves. Often you'll see a gutsy second serve from Ryan. He's not afraid to miss it.
Serve from Harrison. We've been talking so much about the men on the team who will feature in the first couple of matches, but the women also are going to be an important part of it. There's Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jeannie Bouchard. Both of them have had brilliant seasons, both enjoying themselves, right, Bethany? And why not?
She sees us.
9 and 4.
A couple of big serves there. Previous serve 128 up the tee. That one 118.
Fans clap their hands together. It's the deciding point. Winner of this point will take the 6th game in the set.
A deciding point. Harrison, a brilliant recovery. Love 40 down.
San Diego leads 4 games to 2.
I'm a little bit surprised that Rom took that return. And only because I like Rom at the net. He's so effective up there, and Nakashima has such a fantastic return. I would have kind of switched it the other way.
Yeah, good point. Not that you doubt Rom's decision making, but maybe he's seen Harrison serve more frequently, perhaps.
Yeah, obviously it's the team's decision. I just would have probably swapped it just simply because of how good Rom is at the net, not because of his returning abilities. It's kind of a moot point when he had his biggest serve as Ryan Harrison did on that last ball, though. 125 up the tee again. Tough to contain that. Rajiv Ram with one of the most prettiest service motions out there on the tour. Nice little pickup for Rom.
Yeah, he's a very smooth player, isn't
Yeah,
he?
just very graceful with the way he hits the ball. Such a great volleyer, such great hands. Makes this shot right there look easy. Look how low he gets on that shot there with his knees. Sets up the easy smash there for the smash.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was good. All right, the smash through that game. That's 4-3, so they've got another chance to perhaps break back. Remember, 5-game sets. Carlos Silva, our CEO on the left, our owner, Fred Luddy, is also owner of the Chicago Aviators. Excuse me, the San Diego Aviators.
15 love.
Nice little serve out wide from O'Mara.
Yeah, Fred is the founder of ServiceNow, the cloud computing company. Very successful man, wonderful innovator.
Good stuff there from Nakashima.
15 all.
Yeah, those two had a good vision for keeping this place, World Team Tennis, alive, bringing it all to the Greenbrier here. To me, this has been the most fantastic season of team tennis I could imagine, all in one place, everybody here able to train together and see these amazing facilities and get all these matches played safely.
30-15.
Double fault there from O'Mara. That's plagued him slightly in this season. We've seen him double fault several times in some of these matches. 30 all, need to get through this one and serve it out.
That was a little tight on the smash as well. It looked like his feet suddenly took root. You know, you've got to keep your feet moving. Make sure you're in the exactly right position.
I agree, especially coming forward. When that ball's traveling back, you're coming forward. It's hard to time that ball. You really have to move those feet extra, maybe even slice the overhead, maybe not hit it the way you want to. You don't get the positioning.
Shot. But perhaps he was feeling like Nakashima down the other end had the edge in the backhand rally. So a break back right at the finish, so we'll have a 9-point tiebreak. You can see Harrison wants to get involved here, but he can't quite get to that.
Yeah, that's just too much to go for there on that occasion there. He needed to stay in the cross court. Nakashima or not, you can't be afraid of that rally. It's unfortunate there that the 30-15 double fault really cost them.
Chicago.
And you see Ram has done a nice job. He's allowed Nakashima to serve first, get to the tiebreak. Ram will have, you know, the next set of serves when they switch sides. Looks like he's going to serve to the body.
2-0, Chicago.
Yeah, just moments ago, Chicago is staring down a possible loss of the set 5-3. Instead, here they are ahead in the tiebreak, possibly going to win at 5-4. So fortunes change quickly in World Team Tennis. A couple of points, a couple of moments.
Those kinds of things, when they happen in matches too, that can really affect the team morale, because you kind of get a nice little win there. The 5-3 seems pretty good. You get to the next set, you're feeling good there. Lose that bit of a lead, and it can be a bit of a dampener on the bench.
I think the technical term is Debbie Downer.
2 points searching for.
Yeah. We'll change ends for the final few points of this 9-point tiebreaker. You'll see there Evan King is also a member of the Chicago Smash, Chicago native. Here's a reminder of the WTT playoffs. If it ended today, remember there's still a couple of possible permutations with the number 2 and number 3 seeds. Anyways, Philly, New York, Saturday 2 o'clock Eastern. Chicago versus Orlando, Saturday 5 Eastern.
Yeah, those are going to be some great matches there. Tough matchups. That seeding actually matters quite a bit, so there is something on the line today. If you get that number 2 seed, you have the home court advantage and can make the lineup.
Yeah, that's
and
huge.
Get those 3 sets where you serve first. It's a big deal.
Obviously, everyone on the road to the King Trophy, but also plenty of exciting prize money and bonus money available. Really some good times for all these teams. A double.
3-2, San Diego.
Pickup right there from Rajiv Ram. Again with the great feel, holds that ball to the last second.
It was Stevie Johnson who played golf with Ram the other day, and someone asked Stevie, "What was it? How was Ram on the golf course?" And he goes, "Smooth, smooth as always." Guy's got some natural skills, natural athleticism. Wonderful game he possesses. 3 points all. Aviators have the final 3 serves.
Nice move.
Ooh,
Ryan Harrison's been looking to get involved there. Nice time to do it.
4-3, San Diego. The 7-point here with the Aviators.
Watch how quickly he crosses here. Makes the move. Nicely executed on that backhand poach.
Set point.
Another double fault there. O'Mara calls timeout. We'll see our first Geico timeout from them.
Is called a Geico timeout. And put your hands together, everybody.
Well, so far, San Diego has won both of the deciding points. Something to think about here, as O'Mara has struggled a bit with the pressure on his serve. We'll see how he does here. This 1 point's got to decide it.
Yeah, it's interesting for the server to take the timeout. Gonna be one and done here, sudden death.
And this is interesting. So Kamau Murray taking another timeout.
Chicago head coach Kamau Murray has
So
called a Geico
this
timeout.
is, I think, an effort by Murray to ice O'Mara, make him think about it.
100%. This is exactly what he's doing. It's great.
It's like the timeout before the field goal kicker kicks the field goal, right?
See if we can tighten him up a little bit. It's been a couple double faults that have been real tricky there for O'Mara.
All a part of World Team Tennis. Here we go. Couple of double faults. That one has to hurt. O'Mara also served for it, you might remember, at 4-3 for the set and lost that game. So O'Mara's struggles continue. And the Chicago Smash, as they have done all season, find a way. They take the opener 5-4. Men's singles is next.
At the Greenbrier Tennis Pro Shop, right next door to our facility. Outdoors, right indoors, next door is the Greenbrier Tennis Pro Shop on the second floor of the indoor facility, about 100 yards when exiting the outdoor court. Coming up next, men's singles. Two minutes.
So welcome back, everyone. The Chicago Smash eking out a 5-4 opening set win in men's doubles. And World Team Tennis can be a cruel sport and a cruel format. Here's the deciding point.
Ryan Harrison.
And O'Mara launching that one as the double fault. They had 2 straight double faults.
15 seconds. And Ryan will go up against the native of San Diego.
Obviously, the disappointment etched on his face.
It's a tough time for that. He had that double fault also in the game before, 30-15.
Last serve.
And that's one of the things I think as a player you come out of World Team Tennis with, and that's the understanding of the value of a point. Because every point is so incredibly valuable.
That's true. You know, if you can stay in the moment, obviously that's easier said than done, but it's the thing that everybody's trying to do out here when you're playing any sport, really. Stay in the moment, forget about the score. You can take some of those things out of play, but clear things for O'Mara to work on.
Because you don't have the luxury of getting to deuce, add, deuce, add. You know, you get to deuce and it's 1 point.
Right. I mean, on the main tour also is no ad, so for the doubles players, so he should be used to those situations.
So here's Harrison taking on Nakashima in the men's singles.
It's a big forehand there from Ryan Harrison.
51.
Harrison, on the other hand, in that double set, served quite well. That Love 40 game he came back in was a fantastic display of some big serves. There's another one right there, 125 up the tee. Harry's first ace singles.
$30-15.
That's just two fantastic backhand returns there from Brandon Nakashima. That shot is so solid. Take another look at this sideline call. Harry doesn't like it.
Yeah, we have the 12 Hawkeye cameras around the stadium producing the calls, and also computers that generate the audio, the sound of the linesperson making the call. And you can see it just catching the outside edge of the line. Tough to challenge Hawkeye.
Good offensive tennis there from Brandon Nakashima, hitting that forehand a little bit bigger than I'm used to seeing him hit the ball. Backhand up the line there to finish that point off.
All right, a deciding point. The net cord ace. That's a deciding point.
Nice little drop shot serve to finish that game off at deuce.
Too
Time
good
for that. Nakashima sees the court pretty well, Leaf, but not that well.
Ryan's going, yeah, I enjoyed that. Did you?
I'll take it.
And with all the innovations we've seen in World Team Tennis that have made their way onto the tour, you just wonder, can you see the let cord in play at the All England Club? Semifinals of the women's singles, and a net cord decides the match.
Yeah, I think Wimbledon will be the last place that adopts a rule like that.
Why?
Well, because Wimbledon is all about tradition, and I actually, I'm all for tradition of our sport. I didn't even love it. They changed the final five in the fifth set from advantage scoring. I quite liked it going deep. I don't think it really affected the tournament all that much.
Yeah, a few select matches, perhaps. I do like that there is an end. I know they've given a few more games before they do have the tiebreak at least.
Yeah, it's 12 now, so it's fair. I mean, at least you can go pretty far, pretty deep in the sets for that fifth set. I think the argument for the let cord being just played in regular tournaments is the fact that sometimes there's a degree of error that happens from the machine going off from wind, or they make a mistake on the call.
Sensational point. Remember, Harrison missed almost half the year last year. That's why his ranking is so far down.
Nice deep forehand here from Harry, getting forward quickly on that short ball. Love it when he uses that speed offensively. We'll see him often use those great wheels that he's got defensively. Good stuff right there from Ryan Harrison, just tracking those balls down. A couple of good gets to stay in that point.
Yeah, I think Nakashima does enjoy the higher ball. He likes pace. He seems to enjoy it when guys hit with him. But he can flatten out that higher ball.
Yeah, he can. Some of those off-pace balls that Ryan Harrison is able to hit, the little heavier forehands, the slices, can be something that Nakashima won't deal with quite as easily. He redirects the balls pace with the ball extremely well.
Yeah, that last error came on an underspin backhand from Harrison. So Ryan's got a couple of breakpoint chances.
Ladies and gentlemen, San Diego was now taking a Geico timeout.
A little bit of gamesmanship out here. Coach Lloyd going with the timeout.
Look at Ryan and John are really enjoying this. They're like, oh yeah, you can ice us. We're gonna ice you guys.
Come on, we're not afraid to take the joke.
Yeah, it's like Bill Belichick and somebody.
It's a nice forehand there from Nakashima coming forward offensively. Good effort from Harrison to make that return. It was a big serve.
Yeah, good instinct from Nakashima, thinking, okay, I've got to take it to him. I'm behind in the score. Deciding point. Excellent ball up the line to get the break. So 2-love, and you can see how the match score moves to 6-5. Here's a look at some of the innovations that have been a part and feature of World Team Tennis. Men and women playing equal roles. Hawkeye line live in 2018. All the lines people reduced to just the 2 officials. Super tiebreak, extended play. That service clock. That was an important part of the professional tour, the addition of that, on-court coaching. And Big Brother is watching the lines for us.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic test bed for a lot of different kinds of things that can be good in our sport. Works extremely well with team tennis. They're not afraid to test a few things out, try things a little bit differently.
Is that something we'll see at the U.S. Open this year, you think? More Hawkeye on all the courts without all the lines people?
I think we're going to see it a lot at the U.S. Open. I think they've installed that on most of the courts.
And I think people are going to be happy with it. You're not going to have as many sort of argumentative moments.
Well, again, go back to tradition. I like to see the linesmen and umpires out on the court. Visually, I think it adds to our sport. However, right now, with COVID and everybody trying to be as safe as possible, this is the best format we can possibly use, no question. I think sport is about human error and figuring out a way past that. I think that at some point you don't want to take all of that out. Right now, with what's happening in the world and in sport, we need this kind of a system. I'm not sure in the future, when things get back to normal, hopefully soon, I would be as for it. I like it as a challenge. I like to have it. I like to have the players make those challenges. Let's bring another great backhand there from Brandon Nakashima.
15-40.
Chance to get right back on serve for Nakashima. That return is so solid.
So Ryan Harrison trying to hang on to this break advantage. He's got a couple of break points he has to face. Nakashima missing one of his best shots, the backhand.
Sabine Lisicki giving him a little advice there. Nice forehand to finish that game off there from Nakashima.
San Diego leads 2 games to
Harrison doing a good job here with the underspin, but Nakashima had the good answer to that. Nice net clearance on that forehand. A little tougher off that underspin backhand from Harrison, but well measured on this one.
Always fun to watch players when they're off the ball. When the ball's down the other end of the court, you can see how much work they put in preparation for the ball coming back to them.
15 love.
First ace for Nakashima.
Nice serve out wide to open up the court for the easy put away forehand.
Hasn't made many of those today, the unforced error.
Ryan having a little chat with Coach Lloyd there. Likes those checks and balances with his tennis.
Uh-oh, Hawkeye down.
Big second serve there from Brandon Nakashima.
40-15.
Nice play into the forehand side of Ryan Harrison. Was looking for a backhand there. Good change up.
Strong serve from Nakashima. The Chicago smash from a breakdown, even in the men's singles, 2 games all.
Set number 2, Chicago leads by 1 game overall.
Beautiful setting here at the Greenbrier. Allegheny Mountains, the beautiful drop back for this event. Here's a look at the universal tennis ratings between Harrison and Nakashima. This is based on the last 30 matches over the last 12 months, and Harrison has not played as much tennis, so you can see his rank is down the list. You can go to myutr.com, check out the rankings. It's very interesting to see how the players are rated and who's in the best form. And the women's side, as well as juniors and college players.
That's just another great backhand from Nakashima, just getting that racket through. Stays nice and low on that ball. Creating a lot of pace and depth on that one. Nakashima seeing that he had Harrison pushed back in the court. Shorter ball available to him because of those great returns and ground strokes. That one on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, San Diego head coach John Lloyd is calling Geico timeout. Geico, proud sponsor of World TeamTennis. San Diego
Yeah, Geico timeout. Just to allow Ryan a pause. Maybe take some of the momentum, the wind out of Nakashima's sails.
Just so solid there from Nakashima. Willing to stay in those points as long as it takes. Harrison going to the slice to try to throw him off a little bit, but Nakashima has adjusted. He's given himself a little bit more net clearance on those forehands.
Yeah, starting to feel the pressure from Nakashima.
123 up the tee.
Now that could be the possible answer. Take the racket out of Brandon's hands.
It's a good answer. He needs 3 more of them.
I think it was Boris Becker. He was asked how he was able to hit so many important aces on big points, and he says, I had to. I needed to.
It's a great answer.
Yeah, necessity can drive you to produce.
We might be listening to you, Leaf, because that's the 3rd great serve from Harry in a row. Where will Nakashima take this return? Well, Ryan Harrison's gone tee a couple times here. Does Nakashima cover that serve?
Great game from Harrison.
That's some fantastic focus right there from Ryan Harrison to get through a game like that, have to win 4 straight points. Nice execution on this forehand, going to a big part of the court. Didn't need any more than that.
Yeah, he sort of held it until the very last second, until maybe he saw Nakashima move. 3-2.
Nakashima with a broken string there. I was actually wondering why he chipped that forehand. You don't see him do that very often.
We haven't seen too many broken strings over the course of these 19 days of tennis. Not like the old days when they used to string the rackets with gut tennis strings. Those used to break more frequently.
Yeah, I remember putting those stringlings in my gut racket, trying to keep them alive just a little bit longer. Now you see players switching with the new balls often in matches. Their strings, so that you don't break in matches. I was pretty hard-headed. If I liked a racket, I wanted it to keep its life alive as long as possible.
So here's another Geico timeout. If you're playing great and that racket you're using is a perfect extension of your hand, why would you want to change it?
Exactly. I always worried that the next wouldn't play quite the same.
I think it was Ivan Lendl who first, the great Czech star. to the U.S., who started changing his rackets all the time. Wasn't he one of the first guys?
He did.
He made a lot of stringers very rich. When you see stringers driving Mercedes and living in big houses, you know,
Good for them.
The world has changed.
Those guys work hard. They're doing a lot of rackets. Good serve there from Nakashima. Needed it at love 30. That's a big one right there from Ryan Harrison, tracking that ball down and executing. Love it when he flattens that forehand out through the court on the cross court. Harrison will have 3 break points here for that amazing comeback in the last
game. Gets the break. That's a shot from Nakashima over the baseline. That's 4-2 for the Aviators. We spoke a little bit about the stringing that goes on. Of course, that's taken care of here as well. You can see these men hard at work getting these rackets strung. It's quite an art, and these guys can do it fairly quickly.
It is quite an art, one I never had learned to do. Do you know how to string a racket, Leaf?
I could string a racket, but probably not particularly well.
I mean, players, including myself, are very fickle about how they want the string tension to be, and you have to mess around with it, especially when you're at an altitude. It goes a little bit tighter, perhaps. Harrison with that miraculous comeback in that last service game from love 40. Now he sees himself at 4-2 for the Aviators. Chance here to get ahead in this match. This is where if you're Ryan Harrison, you take a little bit of time, make sure you measure your spot, pick your spot on the serve. He did it when he's down love 40 4 times in a row. Do it here, serve this out. It's all on his racket. Nice serve out wide right there, opened up by so many good serves up the tee.
And he was serving and volleying. He was coming in behind that, so trying to change it up a little bit. We don't have the luxury of ball kids out here, so he had to take care of that himself.
Nice forehand from Nakashima. Seemingly nerves of steel out there. Not much emotion on the court. Seen a few smiles from him in this team tennis format, but very focused individual. Harrison did not get enough on that backhand, the first point of that, first strike of that last point. Good tennis there. Good first strike tennis for Harrison. Big serve, set it up. A couple of set points here for the Aviators.
Yeah, and watching Harrison, I feel like, okay, maybe he didn't have all the results he wanted this year. The team struggled, but I think his level of play has been pretty high.
I agree with you, Leaf. I think he looks like he's playing very well. That forehand looks better than it has in a long time. He's injury-free. These are all good things for Ryan Harrison. What a lob. Granted, Nakashima's not out of this one yet. Nakashima's shot selection is often so on it.
Clap those hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for another deciding point.
Yeah, up over that backhand wing, one of the toughest shots in tennis. Got Nakashima the point. Kamau Murray having a word with his teenage player. He'll turn 19 August 3rd, so will he be flying home with a King trophy? Harrison made him volley, and Nakashima got it done. What a recovery, saved a couple of set points.
That's just a gutsy play right here for Nakashima. Getting in there, nice first volley, laying waste to that easy forehand volley there. It's a good play at deuce. I understand the frustration from Ryan Harrison there, but he didn't play a bad game.
No, he didn't. It was Nakashima who came up with some good stuff.
Nakashima really came up with some good stuff exactly right there.
That's 30 love. Looks like we got a 9-point tiebreaker beckoning. And the temperature starts cool in the morning, but the sun burns through. Evan King on the base trying to get a bit of protection from the sun.
Nice serve there for 40 love. Yeah, there was quite a bit of mist out this morning. It was very cool on the grounds here at the Greenbrier. Turning into one of those beautiful days here in West Virginia. The nice day to do a few things on the grounds out here, or go to the pool. They only let a few people in, keeping everybody socially distant.
Nice effort from Nakashima. Bounces back and forces a 9-point tiebreak. So this will be a big moment in terms of the match score, and maybe a moment of momentum heading into the mixed doubles next. Well, here we get to the 9-point tiebreak, and all the Chicago Smash have come off the bench. They're over with there they are. They're all together trying to support Nakashima here. Big moment.
Kamal Murray and I would guess Bethany Mattek-Sands have, because she's such a great team player, such a great personality. I think that they've created a fantastic team dynamic, really standing behind their players that are involved in the sets being played. Nice positivity from them, and a great backhand there from Nakashima.
It's hard not to get behind a guy like Nakashima. I mean, look at the shot he's producing here. I mean, this is almost like a routine backhand for him.
That is a routine backhand for him. The return was fantastic to set that up, though, allowing him to get inside the baseline there on that backhand. It was good depth on that one. Nice D there from Harrison.
2-1, San Diego.
So San Diego 2-1 with Harrison. Returning one more serve. Nakashima, of course, behind the scenes of the Chicago Smash. Jocelyn Davey doing a great job, not only with the team, but also with WTT. One of the many moving parts that have made this season so special.
Ryan Harrison finding the line. Big time for it.
Yeah, he took a page out of Nakashima's book, and just more evidence of how well Harrison's been playing.
Yeah, it's been an interesting set of tennis out here. A couple of breaks, some opportunities for both guys. Look at that, up 2-0, then down love 42-all, comes back to build a 4-2 lead. Now we're in a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we've had 4 breaks of serve.
Kind of amazing. You don't see that very often, but they weren't bad breaks. It wasn't double faults and things like that. It was actually good tennis from both guys to get in and out of those situations. Ryan Harrison with a couple serves here to finish this one off.
Never a good time for a double and a tiebreak. Of course, Harrison looks across the net, sees a young teenager. Of course, he was just 15 when he made his ATP Tour debut. That's a nice serve. Got some set points now. Yeah, so he's been around the game for a long time. 28 years of age.
That's definitely a good response to hitting a double fault there in the last point. Harrison and the Aviators here with 3 set points. Nakashima will serve them all.
It's over the baseline. Now Ryan Harrison, in the end, he gets the set. It was definitely a roller coaster ride. Harrison had break advantages on 2 occasions, lost it, but won the tiebreak 5-4. 2 Americans squaring off in the men's singles. A good set of tennis. Mixed doubles is next.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, mixed doubles. And we'll feature, first for San Diego, please welcome back a 2-time winner on the ATP Tour, Johnny O'Mara. To the left of the chair, this player holds the record for the fastest serve in women's tennis at 131 miles per hour. She reached the Wimbledon final in both singles and doubles in her career. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sabine Lisicki. For Chicago, warming up once again to the right of the chair, playing the second set this morning. A winner of 20 ATP World Tour titles, Back-to-back champ at the Australian Open in mixed and also in men's doubles.
So welcome back, everyone. You can see some of the mist from the Allegheny Mountains that is just hanging around as the sun is burning off here in the mid-morning. Split the opening 2 sets. Ryan Harrison of the Aviators taking the men's singles, and our look at our chosen foods move for the match. Brandon Nakashima doing a lot of running as Harrison had him moving. Harrison was the man in control as Nakashima always bouncing back, and he did it in part because of his good footwork. All right, so up next, mixed doubles. First look at Bethany Mattek-Sands. She'll be alongside Rajiv Ram.
Get live player stats ready for play.
Johnny O'Mara and Sabine Lisicki across the net for the Aviators. Here's what it looks like, the matchup. So we've got Johnny O'Mara, the Scot, Sabine Lisicki, the German. A little bit of European content, I guess we could say, for the Aviators.
The raw Mattek-Sands, tough team to deal with right there. We'll see if Lisicki and O'Mara are up to the task. We've seen Ryan Harrison play quite a few of these mixed doubles matches. Back when Coco Vandeweghe was on the team before the trade, a lot of those matches were Vandeweghe and Harrison. Mattek-Sands inserts herself into the point immediately. She's going to be making a lot of moves at the net.
4th season in World Team Tennis. Also an excellent Fed Cup contributor over the years for the U.S. She's sort of a glue person. You know, she's a chemistry person, real good at getting everyone feeling good about their games.
Absolutely.
Certainly her partners. She's done a great job sort of helping out Jeannie Bouchard, making the Canadian feel comfortable in the women's doubles.
Just a charming personality, so much fun to be around, Mattek-Sands. Nice little volley there from Ram.
49.
Pretty straightforward first game there for the smash.
First game, third set.
Yeah, Ram is, with his service game, Mattek-Sands can get involved up there, and vice versa. When Bethany's serving, Ram has got the reach and the movement up there. They're making a really difficult team to attack and break down. Good return down low.
You see that team over there, Mattek-Sands and Ram. You could say, boy, they could be in contention for winning Grand Slams and mixed doubles very easily if they decided to play together.
And Mattek-Sands 4 mixed Grand Slam titles to go along with her 5 Grand Slam women's doubles titles. Former world #1. She gets beat that time as O'Mara saw the move.
15-all.
Still a nice move there for Bethany Mattek-Sands to get that in his head a little bit, that she's going to be moving there. Maybe on the next one, or a tighter point, draw the error. That's a nice volley there from Lisicki.
Yeah, she's rock solid. We mentioned the Wimbledon run as a singles player. She was also a Wimbledon doubles finalist too, so she knows how to play doubles well. Splits her time between Bradenton and Germany. First season World Team Tennis at 30 years of age.
40-15.
move. Sticking that racket out in front of himself there. Easy power on that volley. Some nice coverage there from Bethany Mattek-Sands.
And it's almost like the weight transfer is what generated the pace. Not much of a swing. He got his body on the ball. Well, they had a couple issues in the men's doubles. And that double fault brings up a deciding point, so he's got to get it together here. Opening game on his serve for his side. They got to keep up with the smash if Rom held his serve comfortably.
And the mixed doubles is gender to gender. The deciding point.
Had it gone over, Rom was running around. So another double fault and a game for the Smash, who are in command. And here's a look at the major champions in mixed doubles. See the Bryan brothers always raising trophies. Jean-Julien Roger, French Open. Remember, this is mixed doubles. Rajiv Ram, Jack Sock. Pretty impressive list.
It's one of the few things that Bob Bryan can hold over Mike Bryan. Hey, I have a couple more Grand Slams than you in the mixed. I think Mike has a couple more in men's after Bob had his injury. Jack Sock. Big forehand there from Lisicki.
Yeah, Sabine's tennis has really gotten better and better every match. She came in with not a lot of tennis matches like many players. She'd been out of tennis for some time, so it's nice to see her back playing well again, hitting the ball well.
Bit unfortunate with that let court serve. Lisicki, the good smile on her face though.
She had a good win in the singles over Venus Williams.
Nice second serve there, easy put away for Rom.
30-15.
Rom again, taking away that middle. Mattek-Sands hitting her spots on the serves, making Rom's job easy at the net. It's so important in doubles to make those first serves if you can. Nice forehand up the line there from Omar.
40-30.
Yeah, can the Aviators find a way back from this break against them?
Rom with just a fantastic volley, sticking that racket out again. Such good feel here. Volley's not as easy as he made it look.
It's interesting in doubles too, because you're thinking, okay, well, Mattek-Sands is serving. You know, she's 5'4". This is our chance to get the break, right? Because you're going to get some swings at the turn. Yet you've got Rahm up at the net.
Yeah, it's a difficult equation to try to figure out there.
And if you're playing doubles at home and you're losing your serve, maybe you don't always have to be self-critical of yourself. You need to say, is my partner sometimes helping me out at the net?
Or hurting me.
That's the
Better
case,
making those volleys. That's why when I was playing doubles, I always tried to find one of the better volleyers on the tour. I knew I had the big serve, but I didn't want to be making volleys all day long.
15-0.
Yeah, the search for the perfect partner is different for every player.
It can be tricky. You want to get a partner who's a great volleyer, but you want to get a partner who can make some returns as well. I made a lot of returns and served big, so I knew what my strengths were.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be making volleys all day long. Could make a few. I wasn't Leif Shirus up there, you know.
Really?
No.
Jeez.
That's a great lob from Mattek-Sands, but Lisicki had an answer.
30-15.
Yeah, Chicago's dominating this. The Aviators need to get a game on the board here, and that's a step in the right direction.
Lisicki goes big in the second serve and gets aided by the net gods there.
The net gods were kind. That's right. Let's in play. Lisicki just saying sorry about that, but I'll take it. Trying to get a first game. Another net cord serve.
San Diego, switch in, please.
All right, so San Diego's on the board in the mixed doubles. Chicago smashed, though, 3-1 up. Lisicki enjoyed that.
On deck, ladies and gentlemen, will be women's singles. Women's singles is the next event after a brief intermission.
One minute. Seconds.
So welcome back, everyone. Take a look at the WTT playoffs, the current seedings. Philadelphia will take on New York. That's 1 versus 4. And Chicago taking on Orlando, 2 versus 3. Now, that is how it would unfold. But there's still a little bit more to play for over the final day of the regular season. Now, the Chicago Smash, if they win versus San Diego today and Orlando loses, or Orlando doesn't win 4 more games than Chicago's total today, Chicago would be the number 2 seed. Orlando has also a chance to clinch the number 2 seed with a win over DC, Chicago lost, or Orlando wins 4 more games than Chicago's total today. So both those teams trying to win a lot of games, get the W, obviously.
Absolutely. And those of you just joining us, why do they care about that so much? Because they get home court advantage with that seeding. It's very important. You get to serve first in 3 of the sets. That can make a huge difference to the final tally.
Yeah.
Even if you have just the 1 break in those sets when you are serving first, you still get to a 5-3 count versus a 5-2, and that really makes it up in the end.
Saw some unexpected visitors overhead, making a little bit of noise.
Nice point there.
Those are geese. Beautiful birds flying just over this center court at Creekside. Probably headed over to the golf course for some fresh seed. We're talking about seeds. Lovely shot. Lisicki really coming up with some nice stuff.
15-30.
Because here they are with Rahm serving, and they've got a little chance now. Obviously, Rahm wants to dial up a first serve.
Sabine Lisicki goes down. She knows she went for a little bit too much on that forehand. Wanted it.
With control and pace and perfection.
Nice little pickup there. Rajiv Rahm, that's a beautiful half volley, but Lisicki has an answer. What an angle she created off that shot.
Yeah, she's picking on Rahm. All her shots are going to Rahm. All right, break points. Trying to get back on serve.
One gone. Johnny O'Mara will have a chance for a little revenge break back here. Another great volley right there from Rajiv Rahm. Such a clean stroke. Lisicki overcooking that forehand. It's 4-1 lead for the smash.
Yeah, Rahm is, we talk about how smooth he is. He's also a fairly cool customer. He doesn't get ruffled very easily. Just settled down, knew what he had to do, and found some good serves. One reason why he's got a Grand Slam title. He's won a Masters Series title, 500, 250. O'Mara currently just ranked 54, just outside the top 50. A couple of career titles.
Those double faults continuing to plague O'Mara here today. Nice volley there, Sabine Lisicki.
30-15.
Helping her partner out a little bit.
Better serving there.
40-15.
O'Mara mentioned out of Scotland, another tennis player, no doubt inspired by the efforts of Andy Murray, who really has given a huge impetus to Scottish tennis. Of course, Andy Murray's mom, Judy Murray, doing some great things to promote the sport, not just in Scotland, but across the UK.
40-30.
Yeah, she's a fantastic ambassador for the sport, Judy Murray.
O'Mara's got to find a first serve. Have to keep winning games. reduce that deficit as much as you can. Nicely done.
Closes that net off and swats it away.
San Diego. Chicago leads 4 games to 2.
Yeah, Lisicki's played a fair amount of Fed Cup for Germany.
Good quick reaction here coming forward on this volley. Didn't reach over, it seemed like. Pretty close to it.
So just getting the equipment right.
Mattek-Sands well covered. Brown tried to get across. Mattek-Sands was there. The great roller to finish that point off.
Yeah, Omaro had done a lot of good things in that point. And that's another cruel feature of tennis. Do everything right, do everything well. Doesn't guarantee you're going to win the point.
She got some action on that ball. Nice little roller. Lisicki not fooled by that changeup serve there. Nice to see Sabine Lisicki smiling. Dealt with some injuries as of late. Great to see her back on the court, 100%.
Another clean ball up the line. We've saved a couple of set points. Bethany still has a couple more.
It's a good play if you can make those balls up the line against a player like Rajiv Ram looking to move at the net.
Deciding point. Not sure we saw this coming, but nice move by the Aviators.
3 great returns in a row from the Aviators.
There's Coach Murray working the Geico timeout just to make sure they've got this right. Chance to towel off. John Lloyd will have a word with his pair.
This ball will go into Sabine Lisicki. She's hit a couple of good returns in a row. Let's see if Bethany Mattek-Sands can put a little more juice on this one.
Oh, what a shot. Incredible shot making. And they get a break. Back on serve.
That is a gigantic swing game right there for the Aviators, and what a forehand to finish it off there from Sabine Lisicki. Can't hit it any better than that.
Yeah, right on the line, up the line. So now she's serving at 3-4.
Sabine Lisicki really turning it on here, the latter end of this set.
She's got the record for the fastest serve on the WTA, and You know that's a legit record when you see the players who are just behind her, a couple miles per hour slower. Venus and Serena.
Another good serve. That ball easily put away by Johnny Omar at the net.
All right, a couple points to force the 9-point tiebreak. Cord serve.
San Diego.
And that's 4 games all. So nice move by the Aviators to force this. And you can see what it does to the match score. 13 games all, so an important recovery. 3 straight games.
We'll have 2 services on each side. We'll switch after 4 total points played. And again, the first team to win 5 points.
That's some really fantastic play there from Sabine Lisicki, really turning it on, helping her team get back even in this set.
So 3rd straight tiebreak. First one in the men's doubles, going to Chicago. The men's singles, Ryan Harrison took the tiebreak against Nakashima.
Lisicki blending some nice spin with the big firepower of those ground strokes. Those little angles available to her because she hits the ball so big, usually surprise her opponents with that good spin. Aviators with a mini break.
And that one elicited a few oohs and ahs from the crowd. Remember, this stadium seats 2,500, but because of regulations, we're only having up to 500 people here practicing social distancing. But they have been more and more vocal.
Bethany Mattek-Sands with a big return there. She's in it to win it. Slapping that ball right at Sabine Lisicki.
Short, and Ram punishes the Aviators there. So they take both of Amaro's service points, and those change ends. Just got too much time and space to work with here. So Chicago, who had a 4-1 lead in the set, couldn't close it down on serve when Bethany served for it. Try and get it done in the tiebreak.
Bounce there from Johnny O'Mara. Good ball up the line. Been pretty effective in that last break game. Both Losicki and O'Mara taking quite a few balls up the line there.
So this will be set point number 4. Actually, set point number 5. Bethany Mattek-Sands was up 40 love. It was in the 8th game. Mattek-Sands finishing it off, and Chicago, after a few bumps in the road, takes it 5-4 in the 9-point tiebreak. So 14-13 as the Smash have the slight edge heading into women's singles. Olivia Decker back when we return.
Well, it's all fun and games when your hometown team is locked into the playoff. Evan King having a good time with the Smash. 3 sets down, 2 to go on this early morning meeting between San Diego and Chicago. Chicago leads by just 1 game. This is the first of 4 matches on the last day of the regular season. Glad to have you guys with us. Let's take a look at the 4 teams that have made the playoff and the way the bracket is shaping up right now. First, number 1 Philly takes on number 4 New York. That's Saturday at 2 o'clock. And then this is the tricky part. Chicago and Orlando, they're definitely playing each other tomorrow or Saturday at 5. But who will be 2 and who will be number 3? The higher ranked team gets home court advantage and gets to slot their lineup. It's a big deal to a lot of these coaches and a lot of these players. The championship is Sunday at noon. Make sure you join us for that one. Coming up, it is all women. Christina McHale takes on U.S. Open champ Sloane Stephens in women's singles and then women's doubles to finish up this first match.
ladies and gentlemen, women's singles. Both competitors are warming up 1 minute. We'll begin with the visiting team, San Diego. Last year was her 8th top 100 finish on the WTA Tour. She was a U.S. Olympian at the 2012 London Games. She also won 1 singles title at Tokyo and also 2 doubles crowns. Has also represented the U.S. Fed Cup team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christina McHale. And to Christina's right, the 2017 36 Open champion. The very next year, she went to the French Open final as well. In addition to that, went to the World Tour finals. Give it up for Grand Slam champion from Plantation, Florida, Sloane Stevens, 15 seconds.
McHale against Stevens in a one-game match.
So welcome back, everyone. Lee Shiras alongside Jan Michael Gamble as we remind you of how this one's unfolded so far. 3 very close sets, all in the 9-point tiebreak. 2 of the 3 won by Chicago. Some really good tennis between these teams on the last day of the regular season. And we've got women's singles next. Sloane Stevens, U.S. Open champion, against Christina McHale, fellow American player. And here's a look at their UTRs. Christina McHale slightly ahead of Sloane, who has gotten out of the blocks fairly slowly in 2020 ahead of the break. She lost her first 4 matches, as a matter of fact, and that's perhaps one reason why her rank is a little bit lower than Christina's.
Yeah, it's the definite reason. I think that Sloane trying to find her rhythm on the court a little bit, and World Team Tennis is a fantastic way to do that. She's played some great tennis out here this season.
McHale to start it off.
15 love.
Good first serve from Christina. Inside the top 100, but she's been inside the top 25, I should say, before her 3rd season. And at 28, starting to rediscover the confidence of going after it and being aggressive off the ground. She's hit the ball pretty well this season.
Yeah, she's played quite a few good singles matches. I like the way that her game is going. She's being a little more offensive, like you said there, Leaf, on the forehand side. Needs to be, I think. That's just a big forehand there from Sloane. She can do that from anywhere. Cannot allow her to get set up, but she's also one of the faster players out there. Sloane definitely has the edge and firepower in this match. Christina McHale could be very consistent. Stevens. Nice backhand up the line.
Yeah, when she's got time on the ball, she's got pretty easy power, doesn't she? Just rips. Sloane did get a win in Monterey, lost in the 2nd round there to Leylah Fernandez, a young Canadian. Nice depth on those Stevens ground strokes there, drawing the air from McHale on that backhand side. Yeah, there's Sloane, 27 years of age, spending a fair amount of time in Toronto, Canada these days.
Game Chicago.
game for Chicago. A breakup serve for Sloane Stephens.
4 straight points there for Sloane in that last game. Returns found their mark, consistent in those points and blending some offense in there as well.
Down a little bit in terms of the rank against the other players in women's singles. She might make a big contribution today going up against McHale. I think the style of play suits Sloane. I'm not sure how McHale can really hurt her in these rallies.
Yeah, I think it's one of those matchups there where McHale's going to have to take a little bit of chances here and there, maybe change direction, go up the line a few times, try to surprise Sloane, get some depth on those ground strokes, sustain those points, keep Sloane moving. It's a good looking return there, just missing wide on that one from McHale. We're talking about just, look at that. Didn't show it on the TV, but it was just barely out. That's a clean game right there for Sloane Stephens, looking solid this morning here at the Greenbrier.
Yeah, first serve and first forehand, that's a recipe for success in the 21st century professional game. There's a good 1-2 punch for McHale. Would like, no doubt, to get on the board here.
Big return from Sloane Stephens. Well defended.
You mentioned McHale's UTR just a little bit better than Sloane. She got to the quarterfinals in Acapulco. A couple good wins over Lauren Davis, Caroline Dolehide.
Wayward backhand there from Christine. Talked about maybe taking some balls up the line and catching that one way late.
Tried to get to the net. These two met a couple of times on the WTA Tour, and a little surprised to see that McHale has won both of those matches in Beijing in 2017 and in Washington, D.C. in 2014. In fact, the final set in both those matches was 6-love. So, interesting result. So coming out of the Geico timeout here at 30-all. Important moment for McHale and the Aviators. That's what she needed.
Wide there.
Huge.
Good play. Try to stretch Sloane out on that one. Well executed.
I think that match in Beijing was after Sloane had won the U.S. Open in 2017. I don't think she won another match the rest of the year.
Just sailing wide a little bit. Yeah, I think it's hard sometimes after you win a slam, that the dedication and focus that goes into getting through a tournament like that and coming out the winner, it's a lot. So sometimes you can lose that motivation after you've done that.
Right. So here's the deciding point. Chance for Stevens to really crack this wide open.
San Diego.
Not what Sloan would have preferred, but Mikhail will be happy to see that return sail over the baseline. 2-1. Coach Lloyd giving Christina some advice.
Sloan knows she had a very good look at that last backhand on a second serve. A little irritated at herself, understandably, for missing that ball. Still with a break. Not coming back. Nice point there from Sloan.
30.
Yeah, it's nice to see her take it to an opponent. You know, oftentimes she allows the play to come to her. This time she's winning the point up at the net impressively.
Again, really executing well in front of the baseline. Good footwork and intent on those groundies.
I was looking at Sloane Stevens' ranking over the last 8 years. She had 1 year where she finished year-end top 10. That was 2018. She got to number 6. So I averaged her ranking over the last 8 years, and it was 24. I just feel like she's a better player than that. You know, her ranking maybe not an indication of how good she is.
She's the type of player that can come out and win another slam.
Exactly.
For sure.
Makes her so dangerous. Exactly. All right, so there's the game for Sloane Stevens and the Chicago Smash, who go up 3-1 and 17-14 now in the match score. Some really fine tennis to get up 3-1. See, the Smash have already won a couple of sets in men's doubles and mixed. Trying to add the women's singles now. Christina McHale serving 1-3 for the Aviators.
It's a nice forehand there from McHale. Big return from Sloane Stevens.
Yeah, went after that forehand. Inside out variety, just missed it.
Good backhand to finish it off. Getting in front of that baseline quickly in the shorter ball.
Yeah, you like when you see that in a player, just full commitment to the game plan, which is trying to find something early, and she did. Look at where she steps up to. She's way inside the baseline. Good shot. Michaela's born in Teaneck, New Jersey. Her mom is Cuban. She lived in Hong Kong when she was a young kid with the family, 7, 8 years. So she speaks Mandarin, Spanish, and English.
I did not know that. Known Christina quite a while. I did not know she speaks Mandarin. Wow.
Game, San Diego.
Yeah, good game from McHale to get on the board and keep up with Sloane despite being down to breakers. Look at some of the close calls that the Aviators have had. Top 4 WWW teams this season, all losses. 1 game to Orlando, 4 to Chicago, 1 to New York, 2 to Philadelphia. That's Kenin and Fritz.
Yeah, 3 of those matches very close. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, 1 in the final set. Yeah, Captain Lloyd or Coach Lloyd was talking about that, saying, you know, we just can't seem to find a way through those tight matches. We've competed well, we've played hard, so no doubt about the commitment from the players, but just the nature of tennis and how World Team Tennis can go.
Big forehand finding its mark there. Sloane Stevens, nice serve out wide to set it up. Little change up first serve there from Sloane. A little more spin on that, a little slower. Drives the free point. McHale backhand.
Ladies and gentlemen, San Diego is taking a Geico timeout.
Yeah, just a quick timeout for Coach Lloyd, the Geico timeout.
San Diego has called a Geico timeout. Geico, proud sponsor.
And oftentimes you might have the game plan right, but you just have to execute it a little bit better. She's missed a couple of returns here, trying to be aggressive.
Timeout.
offensive tennis there for Christine McHale, getting a hold of that forehand and ripping.
30. Ladies and gentlemen, San Diego, no Geico timeouts remaining.
Yeah, after that ball, McHale jumps up inside the baseline. Look at where she is again, finishing. So she's really managing her side of the court well.
Nice serve there from Sloan, gets it done. 4-2.
Chicago leads 4 games to 2.
We'll see here if Sloan can apply a little pressure to the McHale serve. Just that one break so far. McHale solid again with her groundies in this game. Get through a couple of tough points.
Chicago is now taking a Geico timeout.
Once again, the Chicago Smash and calling Geico timeout.
Chicago has 1 Geico.
Kamal Murray there, who's coach of the Smash, yes, but also coach of Sloan on a personal relationship they've had great success over the years. Still trying to achieve big things in the game. Where's Sloan just 27 years of age?
Oh, seems like he gave her some good advice there. Grip and rip. Great return. Return there from Sloan. Draws this game even.
And Sloan has a really good service return. Quick feet oftentimes means quick hands. You know, you get the racket to the ball on time, you see it early, get to it.
McHale sails that forehand long. That timeout seems to have made a little bit of a difference here. Smash. A couple of points here to finish this one off. Ladies singles.
Yeah, Sloane Stevens gets another break of serve, so she bookends it nicely, opens it with a break, and closes it with a break. That's 5-2. And the Smash, a 4-game cushion heading into the final set, the women's doubles. We'll have that for you when we come back.
For San Diego, welcome back, Christina Mikhail. 30 seconds. Christina will be joined by former world #1, Kveta.
Yeah, nice performance by Sloane Stevens, taking the women's singles 5-2. And our Chosen Foods movers of the match. Both these women moving so well to get themselves into position. Primarily a baseline battle with the occasional foray up to the net. Some good exchanges.
Absolutely. We saw some very offensive tennis from both ladies, but Stevens a little more firepower and getting it done in the end. This is a point, was a good one here. Nice little backhand to set up that easy volley, but Sloane coming forward a couple times in that set. Really executing well from the returns also.
You can see her 4-8 record in women's singles. No doubt she'd like to improve that, but that was a nice performance today, right on the eve of the playoffs, so I'm sure that's going to give her a boost going into it. Of course, Jeannie Bouchard has substituted a couple of times for Sloane, has had some success, so they've got depth on this lineup. There's Jeannie Bouchard, who's going to feature alongside Bethany Mattek-Sands in the women's doubles. So great to see Jeannie back playing well. She's had a really strong season. This is what the upcoming set looks like. Christina Mikhail alongside Kveta Peshka. Peshka is a player who's won a King Trophy in the past, so she's got great experience in World Team Cup. Bethany Mattek-Sands and Bouchard, one of the best women's doubles teams of the season. There's Kveta. Out of the Czech Republic. And she'll be the leader on that team. Very accomplished doubles player, including a Wimbledon doubles championship.
Yeah, she's quite a volleyer at the net. We expect to see her move quite a bit. Bethany Mattek-Sands been playing some good doubles so far today.
Alongside Rajiv Ram, they won the mixed doubles 5-4 over Johnny O'Mara, Sabine Lisicki.
Nice second serve there from Christine Mikhail. Smart to get out of the strike zone of Bouchard.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of players around the game who prefer pace as opposed to a spinning, bouncing serve.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you just meet pace with good, solid contact, and you can make good things happen. And spinning serve, boy, you got to read that bounce, get your feet and your hands right. I think more can go wrong on a return like that.
Really got to fight for the position or take those extra steps. Mikhail still seeing the ball pretty well out there.
30-15.
Yeah, Chicago's got the 4-game lead going into this set, so if they win the last set, they'll close it out.
It's an asset for Christina Mikhail to have just played the singles, going right into this. She's already warm. Other 3 competitors have been sitting on the bench for a little bit. Stuff there from Mikhail.
40-15.
So Mikhail and Peshka, you can see they trail 4 games in the match score, but if they win the last set, they could force extended play. So that way the trailing team still has a chance to find a way back.
There for Bethany Mattek-Sands. Had a couple good ones in this game so far. Giving Bouchard one more chance to try and even this one up, bring it to deuce.
San Diego.
All right, Mikhail gets on the board, and that is the kind of start they needed. You didn't want to struggle early. You want to establish yourself, build that confident game on the scoreboard. Yes, it's only one game, but it can mean a lot. Peshka, a real veteran, 45 years of age, 8th season of World Team Tennis. You mentioned she won the title in 2010 with the Kansas City Explorers. And I was at, I think it was Ellis Plaza, right in the downtown, watching that brilliant win.
Yeah, it was right there in the middle. Tough to play there, that one board in the hotel, I think it was the Marriott. It was so bright to serve into.
I think I stayed at that hotel. Here's Jeannie Bouchard, the Canadian. 26 years of age, her 5th season of World Team Tennis. Out of Montreal, Canada originally. Played at Tennis Canada in Quebec. They've got a training camp there.
Thirty up.
And Bouchard has really used the time away from the tour to build her fitness. What a shot that was.
30-15.
Watch this return. Wow. That dropped in.
I want to see a replay of that goal. I'm not sure how that ball dropped in on the line there, but it did.
Yeah,
Close one. Good shot there from Bouchard.
Yeah, just enough spin, perhaps. Look at that. Back edge of the line. That counts. Although Jan Mike called him close against me, I remember.
Mattek-Sands keeps it simple at the net, blocks that ball deep. They get the hold.
Yeah, Bouchard's been working a little bit with Renee Stubbs, a former world #1 in doubles. They've been working on Jeannie's serve a bit. And I think it's paying off. She's served well this season.
Absolutely. Anything to get a little more pop on her serve is going to aid her quite a bit. A few free points, set up those ground strokes a little bit more. A little bigger second serve is going to help her a lot. Bouchard pounces on that short ball. It was a good return right there from Mattek-Sands.
15.
Yeah, perfect return. Hard and low, right down the middle. Bouchard's been returning well. Let's see what she does with this second serve. Yeah, that's low 30. Excellent return.
30.
I mentioned Bouchard working with Renee Stubbs. She's also trained with Gil Reyes in Las Vegas. There's Gil Reyes, the man behind Andre Agassi. Bouchard also hitting sessions with Andre Agassi and Stephanie Graf.
That's pretty good. I'm not sure how you can beat that one.
I think I might sign up for that camp.
Yeah, that's a good camp.
Although Andre already beat me a couple times in the pros.
My favorite player.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You know, Andre beat me a couple times in the pros, so he doesn't care about me. He's already taking dispatch.
Andre beat me 11 times in the pros. I remember all of them.
Did he? Wow.
Only got him a couple.
But you got him a couple times. Of course, Andre's played a bit of World Team Tennis in the past, too.
I got him in World Team Tennis. Taking that one.
That counts. towards her UTR.
Does it?
15-40.
Yes, that's right. These results in team tennis count towards the player's UTR.
Big opportunity here for the smash to get ahead in this set. Two more break points on hand.
I just feel like she needs a first serve here. Doesn't get it. Double fault. So Chicago gets the game.
Chicago leads 2 games to 1.
And that's 2-1.
Leads the match 21-16.
So not necessarily good news if you're an Aviators fan. It's now a 5-game deficit. And BMS is going to serve Bethany Mattek-Sands, former world number 1, 27 doubles titles on the WTA. And as you mentioned the other day, sporting the trucker cap.
I love her look. Always wondering what she'll wear out there. Keeps it fun. She's rocking it. I actually kind of want one of those hats. Pretty cool hat. And there is something on the line in this match here for the smash. They're looking for that number 2 seed. Trying to get ahead of Orlando with that would be big to get that home court advantage. The upcoming match. They can stay ahead by 4 or more in their favor.
Ryan Harrison. He's a busy young man. He's coaching, playing, working as a ball kid. There he is taking care of the insects. And she got out of the way of that one.
She was not amused there. Went big.
And there's the intruder. Ooh.
Oh, poor Moth might have suffered.
Yeah, he's not going to survive that.
It's a nice second serve. Good depth on that one for Mattek-Sands. Catching that ball a little bit late. Ball pretty flat.
Yeah, here's a reminder of what the playoffs looks like. Philadelphia, Newark, that'll be Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Now Chicago, Orlando. As it stands, Chicago is the number 2 seed, depending on how things play out over the course of the last day of the season today. Who will be 2 or 3? Who will get that home schedule advantage?
Yeah, if they both win their matches today, it's going to come down to games played, games won, all kinds of different things there. But how well they perform in these matches matters.
Yeah, Chicago's performing pretty well right now. They've got the lead 22-16.
30 seconds.
Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jeannie Bouchard up 3-1 in the women's doubles. Trying to close this one out for Chicago. Christina McHale serving alongside Kveta Peschke. Yeah, that's over the baseline.
15 love.
Mattek-Sands unloading on that forehand there. A little too much on that one. That's a nice forehands there from Bouchard. Good ball control on that last one. Rushing Peschke at the net.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I really enjoy about World Team Tennis is, you know, we've got Brandon Nakashima, 18 years old, playing for Chicago. Then you've got Kveta Peschke, 45, playing. I mean, this abbreviated format, you can play and be an older player. You know, John McEnroe always said, well, I can't play Grand Slam tournaments. There's no possible way, but I could play team tennis.
Absolutely.
In my 40s and even his 50s, I believe John played.
Oh, I played against John in singles. I was just a few years ago, and boy, I felt the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great things about this is this friction you have between all these great players, young and old, and how much learning and experience you can gain.
An opportunity for me to play on the same team as Martina Navratilova. What fun that was.
Yeah, she might have been the greatest team tennis player of all time.
I would say so.
Right? She's the Swiss Army knife, right? Singles, doubles, mixed.
Greatest period. Martina's done a lot. Done it all.
Chances for McHale to get another game for the Aviators and try and stay within reach here.
Good stuff, McHale there so far, able to hold her serve twice here.
Yeah, nice combination of deep, hard ground strokes and also Peschke moving at the net. You know, that movement can also induce an error besides the good ground stroke. So nice tandem.
Love 15. Love 30. Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago is now taking a Geico timeout.
Little timeout here. Geico timeout for Chicago. To that double fault. Set things straight for Bouchard.
Yeah, Kamal Murray is a very relaxed character, yet very smart and passionate at the same time. I think he's sort of the perfect vibe you like to get from a coach. Everyone likes to be coached differently, but he seems to have a lot of good ingredients.
Yeah, I really like how he runs the team. He's done a great job.
Besides the fact that he's smart.
And he's smart. Runs the team well, and he's smart. Good combo.
There's a chance.
McHale chose the right shot, just hit it a little bit too flat. Point was hers if she could make that forehand. Nice little get there from Bouchard.
15-40.
Peschke sees this ball well. Nice first serve there from Bouchard, 108 miles an hour up a tee. Some good pace on that one. Still a couple opportunities for the Aviators to get the break back here. The final set. For making that little stab volley a couple points ago. That nice lob on the volley there. Finishing with the great overhead. They get the break back.
Yeah, they tested Peschke on the smash, didn't they? And she passed.
They broke Peschke in the last game. See if the smash can do anything here. Mattek-Sands has the goods.
15-30.
Yeah, that's how tennis can be a cruel master. You play a pretty good point, and Peschke, that's not a bad volley, really. That shot just too good.
Mattek-Sands awfully fun to watch. Christina McHale making herself relevant in the middle of the court there. Little I formation to start that off.
Really what Peschke needed was some good serves. If you get that first one in, you don't have to mess around with the second, which is always tricky because your opponents are looking to dine out on the short second ball. It doesn't come as fast.
Good little stab volley there from Mattek-Sands, getting that ball into a spot. Tough spot for Peschke. Almost tracking that down nonetheless. Denied by that net strap.
It's out.
Game San Diego.
Huge point.
San Diego leads 4 games to 3 to 7.
Boy, that was some nerve-wracking moments, I'm sure, for Coach John Lloyd, who was seeing this possible win to finish the year sliding away. He'd like to still have a chance if he can. Remember, if the Aviators win the final set, they could force extended play. There's Coach Lloyd. It's been a tough season for him. You know, he agonizes over the team when they're not doing well. Obviously, he wants to have success. He coached them to a King Trophy just 4 years ago. So Mattek-Sands this time serving to stay in the set. Fred Luddy took over the team really in 2015. They won the King Trophy the very next year. They beat the Orange County Breakers. The King Trophy match, that was at La Costa.
Beautiful place to play some tennis.
And when the San Diego Friars played back in the 70s, they played at the San Diego Sports Arena.
The Friars. Okay.
Cliff Drysdale, Rod Laver played for the Friars. He was Rookie of the Year in 76, Rod Laver.
Oh, an easy volley there, missed by Bouchard. Could be costly.
Yeah, this is hugely significant. San Diego can get a break here, take the set 5-3. It would only be a 2-game gap in extended play.
A couple of tough misses in this game so far for the smash. Mattek-Sands is gonna have to dig down to get back in this one.
Yeah, these are set points, so 3 of them. Mattek-Sands is going to be tested. How about that? The Aviators, who are down 3-1, run off 4 straight games. And now the 2-game deficit, we go into extended play, a chance for the Aviators. Remember, as the trailing team, they're still behind in the total score, as you can see, 22-20. Extended play will continue until the winning team wins 1 game or the team that was trailing is able to equalize. In this case, if the Aviators get to 22-all, we'd have a super tiebreak. So it's up to women's doubles to decide it. Of course, Bouchard and Mattek-Sands, they need to win 1 game before the Aviators equalize.
Well, at least one of those games they'll have a chance to serve.
All right, Jan Michael Gamble, let's get out your magic ball and tell me what's going to happen here.
My magic ball. My forecasts are not always dead on there, Leaf. I could try to make one, but I imagined that the smash would still get through this one, but good comeback so far from the Aviators.
We talk about the depth and the parity we've had this season, Jan Mike. This is the 21st extended play we've had. So close matches coming down the wire. It's been a real feature of this 2020 season.
Absolutely, that's part of the magic of team tennis. You want to look forward to those types of matches in the extended play. It's interesting and exciting. that ball away. She's really come alive in the end part of that last set. Peshka showing that great experience.
Very good serve down the tee. Boy, momentum is such a powerful force in sports, as in anything, I suppose, but you're really seeing it here as the Aviators are flying. See what I did there? Aviators.
Flying in the right direction, too.
Yes. They're not quite there yet. They're going to force, if they can, Chicago to serve.
Nice move there from definitely Mattek-Sands coming forward quickly on that great return.
30-15.
But Mattek-Sands, when she hits a winner like this, she sort of glances down the other end of the court as if to say, yeah, take that. She's quite an intense competitor, but in between points, she's smiling and enjoying the battle.
Smart shot there, taking it at the feet of Peshka.
Chicago applying a little pressure here. If they can break serve, it's over. So time to get the game plan right.
That's a good serve right there from Christina McHale. What a time for it. Just into the body of Bethany Mattek-Sands, unable to really capitalize on that backhand swing.
A little bit of a move there from Peshka at the net, maybe distracted Bouchard, buried the return. So that's 21 now, 22, so within a game. Now look at the close calls the Aviators have had this season against the 4 top WTT teams this season. All losses.
Couple by 1, 2. Those are definitely close matches, and it doesn't get any closer than this one.
Chicago beat them by 4. This one's going to be decided by 1 at least. Unless the Smash can get this game, it will be a 2-point victory. 2-game, I should say. So Bouchard's serve that she's been working on so hard and having such success with will be tested here. Can she close it out? Oh, what a shot!
Giant forehand up the line there from Christina McHale, and what a time for it. Keeping the pressure on the Smash here. Maybe keeping Bethany Mattek-Sands honest at the net up there. Tough thing to do, she moves a lot.
Another winning return. Coach Lloyd is saying, where has this been all season? Really playing some of their best tennis. It's a good serve, but the return a little bit better. And out of Bethany's reach at the net.
Timeout for Chicago.
Good serve, right in the body.
One at a time. You just got to keep telling yourself one at a time. Forget what the score is. Next point. Peshka continuing to just fire these returns into the alleys. She's hit both alleys in this game.
Yeah, she produces her swings in an old school way. There's not a lot of spin. It comes off fairly flat.
It's a very flat ball. And when she connects, it goes through the court very quickly. It's hard to deal with that ball.
So these are points to force a super tiebreak.
One down, but 2 points away for the smash to finish this one off.
What a recovery. Extended play successful. And we will have a super tiebreak.
Peshka just so solid at the net. Not sure why they keep hitting the ball back to her up there. Her volleys are fantastic. Easy smash there. Christina McHale finished that one off.
Yeah, this is one of the better matches we've seen this season. It comes on the final day of the regular season. John Lloyd is saying, boy, my team can play. And then we were talking about that, how here's a 3-10 team playing with one of the best teams in the league. The parity in the league is there. Reminder of the super tiebreak rules. So a 13-point super tiebreak, first team to 7. And remember, it doesn't need to be a 2-point advantage. A 7-6 affair. Here's a reminder of the DraftKings schedule today. Lasers and the Breakers are next. 4 o'clock Eastern, the Castles and the Storm. 7 o'clock, Freedoms and the Empire. So a busy day to finish off the regular season ahead of the playoffs, which will start on Saturday. So Chicago Smash winning the toss. Chicago to serve first, but it does give the Aviators the final 3 serves.
They'll switch after 6 total points played. The most important thing to remember, 7 points. 7 points will win the match. Make some noise, everybody. It's a super tiebreak. Here we go. Super tiebreak. Mattek-Sands to serve.
Bouchard, one of the best points she's played out there. Good time for it. Defending herself on that return, and then nice little drop volley to finish it off. Good effort.
Over the baseline.
Peshka finally missing a return. She's been so solid the last couple of games. Really making things happen for the Aviators team there.
So the super tiebreak doesn't happen too often, but it has happened on 6 occasions this season. Further evidence of how close these teams are matched. 9-team league. Chicago won a super tiebreak over the New York Empire earlier in the season.
It's a nice backhand there from Christina McHale. Mattek-Sands forcing the issue and coming forward on that return. Comes up short.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, different players contribute at different times. On that day against the Empire, it was Nakashima in men's singles, beating Jack Sock. And today it's going to be decided by the women's doubles. 2 points all.
That's how important the lineup is for you. As the coach, you make the lineup. If you are the home team in that situation, you make the lineup and you try to make the strongest lineup and you choose your team that you think is going to get through in the end.
Yeah, you're right. You want to have your best player, your most productive team or individual.
Or the ones that play the pressure the best. A lot of different things to consider. Easy points there for the smash.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the teams will switch sides at 4-2 Chicago.
Yeah, and this is where the pressure of the super tiebreaker, because you come around it down 2-4, your 2 service points are going to be supremely valuable.
Service will now resume to the Aviators. I'll go to the chair's right. And first one is 7 points. 7 points will win this morning's match.
See these two teams getting behind their players, fire them up a little bit.
Yeah, Ryan Harrison out there helping things out. John Lloyd was there, Sabine Lisicki. Everyone trying to contribute to this victory in some small way. Gonna have to play back game again, 2-4. Another good volley.
It's a nice point there for Chicago. Peschke had the answer in the end. Good hands there. Mattek-Sands could have hit that approach shot a little bigger. Definitely has more firepower there.
So both teams doing so well to take care of their service points.
Well, everybody clap those hands together. It's 4-4 in super tiebreak.
I mean, Peschke and Mikhail have won 6 straight games to get to the super tiebreak.
A little bit early, and Mattek-Sands took advantage of that. Nice forehand up the line. Great return from Peschke.
5-all.
Setting up the easy overhead. Remember, should this get to 6-all, it's sudden death for the whole thing.
I remember Peschke came over on a trade. The New York Empire. She's really making a big contribution along with Sabine Lisicki. No answer there for Bouchard.
6-5.
Sometimes if you just stick your racket out, that volley, not that great from Peschke, but she made the shot. A little bit of spin on that, hard to deal with. Bouchard didn't quite get up there fast enough.
Yeah, this is a match point for the Aviators. And they've done it. What a win, what a recovery for a team that was playing for pride, playing for heart, and they pull off one of the best wins of the season.
The final score after a super tiebreak. The Aviators win it 23-22 over the Chicago Smash. Let's give a round of applause to all members of both teams. Great match to start out.
Yeah, that was impressive. 6 games down, 2 games in extended play, and our guaranteed rate players of the match, Kveta Peschke and Christina McHale. What a way to finish off the season. You know, they've had some ups and downs, but that's one they're not going to forget anytime soon.
Absolutely. What a well-deserved win. That's an unbelievable comeback. Peschke really just inserted herself into that match. McHale found a way. What a great, great comeback win there.
Yeah, I mean, if you include the super tiebreak, that was 7 straight games. Yeah, they were down 3-1. They ended up winning that last set 5-3, the 2 games in extended play, and the super tiebreak. So nice way for the Aviators to finish off the season. For Jan, Mike, and Olivia, I'm Leaf. So long, everybody.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Geico. Did you know that right now, Geico is offering an extra 15% credit on car, motorcycle, and RV policies? That's on top of what Geico can already save you. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com to learn more. By the Greenbrier Valley in West Virginia, home to scenic trails and quiet rivers, friendly mountain towns, and America's resort, the Greenbrier. And by Chosen Foods. Join them in their sun-drenched utopia and visit chosenfoods.com. The avocado celebrated.
Well, we wouldn't leave you without putting exclamation points on that win by the San Diego Aviators, which means that Orlando, the Storm, will be the number 2 seed. Chicago, the Smash, will be the number 3 seed. So Orlando will have that home team advantage in the semifinals. A significant development here today as the Aviators come from behind to win 23-22. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back to the Greenbrier in just a moment. So welcome back, everyone. The beautiful Greenbrier playing host to this 2020 season of World Team Tennis. Look at our DraftKings schedule. Boy, it's going to be tough to top that opener. Aviators 23-22 over Chicago. We've got the Lasers coming up against the Breakers, the Castles and the Storm, and the Freedoms taking on the New York Empire. So a lot of big-time players playing in this one. We're going to sign off, and I mean it this time. For Jan Michael Gamble and Olivia Decker, I'm Leif Shira. So long, everyone, from the beautiful Greenbrier.